Same spot that we were at yesterday. My goal is to find the remaining trees that I want to get set up. I want to be able to hunt each side of that bedding area depending on the wind. Heading back there right now. We're going to get back there, find those trees, scout the little bit that's left back there to scout, which isn't much. And then I'm going to dart out of there and then work my way around and do a little scouting in an area that I've spent a lot of time in, but there's still some spots that I need to work out. So this usually happens before I get to the spot that I want to go to. I see something. I actually seen this beaten path that goes up this little dike during the gun season when there's a tree that I sit in that's right behind me. And I told myself I was going to check it out. Here we are. This is a cool little spot actually. So I made it up and over that dike. Actually followed the spine of it all the way down, and it kicked me down into this flat down here. Worked my way down the flat probably like 10-15 yards. I got into this junk here. And you can see there's a bed right here. Something beds in that corner down there. Something beds right here. It's all matted down right against this with its back at this. I mean, it's good cover. I imagine they use it more, in the season. We're in February now, but it's not a bad spot to throw a camera up. Just let it soak. It's something to think about. Another spot here. We're probably like 20 yards, 25 yards from that last little pocket. Here's another one. You see there's a bed right in here. It's tucked into this big, I don't even know what this junk is. Swamp tree. It's just good to know that there's bedding here. But there's no buck sign. There's very little like deer poop, anything like that. It's just something that I can keep in the back of my head. Try to sneak in out in the early season, see if something comes out of there. Alright, so I'm coming into this area from what would be the west side of this, when yesterday I came in from the east side. There's a nice historic rub. It was rubbed last year as well, or last season as well. Looks like there might be a bed right here. Alright, in this pocket right here. These thorns are wicked. Yeah, that's a bed for sure. Ouch. Oh, there's definitely, oh my god. Here's a rub from last year. I think I'm in a buck bed right now. There's an old historic rub right here. This is from last season. And I am in like this little dome right here. I ran a camera 40 yards from here. I never seen anything. I think I had one buck, the same buck, crossed twice throughout the whole year. Bed right there. See the shape of its back in that U. It's facing this way with the exact wind we have now. He's facing, looking this way, the wind over his back. This wind would be coming over all of this. Alright, I'm at my first tree. And this is the first little spot that we found yesterday. And it seems like if anything wants to cross this dike and it's on this east end of it, it has to come through this spot. It's not going to want to walk out in the open on both of these sides. It's like a natural pinch right here. So without getting deep into the bedding, I mean, I'm pretty close to the bedding. I can see the first little bedding spot that we have marked. But I still feel like I'm like 70 yards away from it, so I feel like I'm close enough that I could get up into this nice and quiet. If anything is walking the dike's edge, I'll be able to see it, and then if anything comes out of this bedding and tries to come to the marsh on its way to food, I should see it. It should come by me. Alright, so I only brought 2 sticks with me, but I know I'm going to need a third one. So that's 2 sticks up, and I'm going to need to get about right there with my stand. And I should have a perfect shooting opportunity into this opening. Anything back here? There's a few openings. Big spot there. And anything that comes through this way, I just have to wait for it to get onto this side or this side. So this is the guy that I'm going to set up in when I'm here. Majority of the bedding is going to be out this way and mostly out that way. They're going to funnel this way. Now the main trail that runs by my tree is right here, and one veers off this way and one goes that way. So this trail here, I followed it up. You can see it cuts right through here. It goes into that little bedding pocket there. So if they were to travel this way, they originally could turn right here, stay in this thick cover behind this tree, which would prevent me from getting a clean shot. So I took all of the dead debris around here and I made a wall right here. So as they come down, and instead of being able to turn this way, which I gotta fill some more of these pockets because they definitely will be able to, I'm trying to get them to just go this way naturally out into this opening. And there's my shot right there. First spot's all done. Just a whole lot of removing dead shit, moving dead stuff around. I'm just trying to block off lanes so I can push them into my shooting lanes. So yesterday, where I'm at now, we went left. I'm gonna go straight and wrap around and kind of come back the same way we came back yesterday, but we didn't scout any of this, so I want to get into this and see what we got going on. So right now, I'm on a deer trail, but it's really open. There really isn't much cover at all, but you can see this trail is just beaten. More than likely, I'm willing to bet that they're just using this to get back to this bedding that's back here early in the morning before daylight. And if they're milling around back here after dark and they want to come to this marsh, to that ag field, they're going to feel real comfortable just using this opening rather than going through all the thick stuff that we scouted yesterday. They're going to bed in the thick stuff and work their way out into the easier stuff to get through. So we followed that trail. I'm back into the thicker stuff again. You can see this nice little bed right here. And that is, we're probably only 100 yards away from the tree I want to set up in. Not bad. Now last year we scouted on the other side of all this water and it was real high. I couldn't cross it at all. It looks like I can cross it today, but we've already scouted over there pretty thoroughly. However, I do remember the last time we scouted, I found a pretty beaten trail that crossed the water and they'd be able to cross it no problem. So if that trail is still beaten down, that's where I plan to put one of my cameras and just let it soak for a long time, till this time next year. Well, got about 2 sticks up and realized this is not the one to be in. It's just not good enough shot opportunity. There's only like really one hole, and by the time this fills in with leaves and we get into like the last couple weeks of October, there really won't be much shooting. So I'm just gonna keep working what we scouted yesterday and see if I can't find a tree close enough to this area, because this is where I want to be for sure. They're definitely crossing right here, because I've got a rub going this way, rub coming the other way. Here's a historic one. So I like this spot. I know we found a scrape yesterday, so I'm gonna work my way to that. I still haven't found a tree back here though, and this back edge is where I want to be. That's what I'm doing right now, is just taking a look around and seeing what I got. Alright, so I never found a tree. More than likely what I'm gonna do is come back here one more time and try to find a ground setup, or try to find a tree that I only gotta get like 1 stick up and I got cover still.